Hi, this is Dansoy, amateur cook, aka Batman in the Kitchen. Welcome to the Food Zone, where we take this journey together, learning recipes as one. Today is a Sunday, and I'm going to make another cheesesteak. It seems like cheesesteaks are really popular, and I don't live too far from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they're known for the classic Philadelphia cheesesteak. So today, we're going to make an easy Philadelphia cheesesteak. So for this recipe, I'm actually going to be using sliced flank steak, but you're best to use ribeye. That's what they really use in Philly. I got these really nice sub rolls. Basically, rolls are your choice, your decision, whatever you like best. We got garlic butter because we're going to take one of these rolls and butter the inside. And then the thing we're going to do is put it in the pan and brown the inside so it tastes a lot better. With a classic Philadelphia cheesesteak, you use onion. So this is a sweet white onion. And there's kind of a controversy about cheese. A lot of people use provolone, and a lot of people use Cheez Whiz. I'm going to be using this other cheese. You see how bright yellow it is and thick? It's just like Cheez Whiz. So I'm going to make it the classic Philadelphia cheesesteak. So that's basically the sub roll. You're going to want to use ribeye, sweet onion, and Cheez Whiz. But like I said, you could vary it because some other places use provolone. And I live near a lot of Italian restaurants, and they make Philly cheesesteaks, and they use mozzarella. So it's up to you. So let's get started. First we'll do the onion, since it takes a while. Alright, so we're going to start with that onion. We're going to cut that up, and then we're going to put it in the pan, and we're going to caramelize that. Usually that takes like anywhere from like 6 to 8 minutes, maybe 10. So it's best to start off with the onion first. Alright, so we got that onion cut up. We're going to throw that onion into the pan, and we're going to start cooking that. Like I said, that takes the longest. And with my channel, just to give you some background on it, I don't set it up with a tripod, and I don't have someone else filming it. I want to try to film it like first person, where you can like see it from my eyes. So my channel is different from a lot of other channels. And I'm not saying they do it wrong. I like a lot of the other channels where they film it like a TV show. But I want to be original, and I want to be different. So you're going to see it as a first person view from my eyes. So we're going to cook this. We're going to kick the stove on medium, and we're going to start cooking this onion until it gets soft and caramelized. Then after that, we'll cook the steak, and then we'll brown the rolls, and then we'll warm that Cheez Whiz, and then just top it. And this is a classic Philly cheesesteak. And like I said, I live about an hour and 15 minutes from Philly, and it's a great place to visit. And they created the cheesesteak from 1930, so it's been a long time. Alright, so you can see the steam coming off of there and the onion sizzle. So it doesn't take long. So you're going to cook this onion until it gets soft, like I said, and until it caramelizes. So you judge it for what's best for you. But like I said, in the classic cheesesteak, it's the yellow cheese and it's the onion. Be back once this is done. Alright, so you can see that those onions are caramelized and soft. You could do it a little bit longer if you want, but for me this is good. So you're going to want to take that out and put it in a separate bowl, or you could transfer it to a warming plate or in another pan just to keep it warm. I'm going to transfer it, and then I'm going to go right to the steak. I'm going to add like another 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to cook this sliced steak. But like I said, you're better to use ribeye. Get ribeye and then freeze it for 40 minutes before, and then you can take a chef knife and cut it really thin. That's the best. But for today, I only had this sliced flank steak, but that's a really good alternative for a cheesesteak because a lot of people use flank steak too. So like I said, these onions are done, and we're going to put them aside and go right to the steak. All right, so you can see that I have the steak in there. You see it's in thin strips. Like I said, you're best to use ribeye. Freeze it 40 minutes before, 45 minutes before, and use a chef knife to cut it thin. So we're gonna put the stove on medium now, and we're gonna cook this for 4 to 6 minutes, and then after that we'll add some of these onions back in, and then after that we'll do the bread, and then we're set. We'll just add the Cheez Whiz. And you've seen this in other videos. Try to use a splash guard, one of these splash guards, because it saves from oil going all over the place. But look, we're cooking that. Like I said, it's going to take 4 to 6 minutes. But use a splash guard. I'll tell you one thing, YouTube and Facebook. I wish you could smell this, the aroma. So we got that steak done. It took about 6 minutes, and I have the burner off right now. There's that caramelized onion. The thing we're going to do is, since I'm only going to demonstrate with one sub roll today, because I live alone and I really can't eat 2 of these cheesesteaks, so I'm going to divide this meat, and I'm going to use this cheesesteak for another recipe soon, for another YouTube video. So I'm going to take this half the steak out, and then after that we'll add the onion, and we'll put it on warm, and we'll put it on the other burner, and then we'll do the roll with garlic butter inside. And with my recipes, like I said, if you're making stuff for 2, 3, 4, or 5, just double, triple the amount. Alright, so we got the steak we're going to need for the one sandwich. Now take this onion and throw in the amount of onion that you want. And then you want to mix that together. Like in a restaurant in Philly, they'll add that onion there, they'll mix it all up, let it warm for a little bit, and then if they're using actually provolone or cheddar, they'll put it on top and let it melt. And then the thing they'll do is they'll take the sub roll, put it down, and then scoop it back up. But since we're doing this a little bit different and using Cheez Whiz, this is the best way to do it. So just mix in that onion. Alright, YouTube and Facebook, you could see that the onion is in there. And that's what you want to do. So now put another burner on like on warm, and just keep it warm. We're going to switch this, like I said, to the other burner. Excuse my stove, since it's not super clean, because I cook every day for myself and for YouTube and Facebook. So it's not perfect, but do the best. So like I said, just put that on warm and keep that warm. Now we're going to put another pan here, and we're going to do the sub roll, or the roll that you want to use. Alright, so we got that garlic butter. You can make your own if you want. We got that. I got these nice sub rolls they use for cheesesteaks. They use for actually regular hoagies, or regular subs that you'll get on the East Coast. So take this garlic butter one side, butter another side, and then we'll put it face down, and we'll let that get warm while this is still staying warm. But we're going to brown this, and after that we'll warm the Cheez Whiz, and we'll put it together. Alright, so you can see that I put garlic butter on both sides. So take this roll, even if it splits apart, it doesn't matter, but you can see that, and put it in your pan. And the thing is, just keep turning this around, and just keep doing it to the one side's brown, like the inside. And then after that, we'll take that out. We'll put the steak in there, and then we'll warm the Cheez Whiz, and we'll pour the Cheez Whiz right on top. Alright, so this bread is continuing to brown. You can see the sizzle there and hear it. It won't take long. If you wanted to, you could already warm the Cheez Whiz. You can do it in the microwave or on the stove. Alright, so you can see that our bread is darker. We use garlic butter. Now we have the Cheez Whiz replica. Just like that. You're best to use Cheez Whiz or whatever kind you want, but even with this one that I'm using, look at this. Makes for some good cheesesteak. So put that in there, warm it up. You got your bread ready, and your cheesesteak is ready. So we're gonna warm that Cheez Whiz, and then we're gonna take that steak and put it on there and top it with the cheese, and then we're set. We can eat away. All right, YouTube and Facebook. So as that Cheez Whiz warms, start putting your steak on top of the garlic bread. Use a fork or your fingers or whatever you want. Your cook, your house. So start layering the steak on there, and then once the Cheez Whiz is warm, we'll put that on top, and then we'll put the top of the sub on the bread, and we can eat away. All right, Facebook and YouTube, we have the steak on there with the onions, and now we have the Cheez Whiz. So take that. All right, so we got that sandwich together. Take that Cheez Whiz and just start putting it on top. Look at that. Cheese is love. Batman in the kitchen. Who does not like cheese? So that's your typical Philly cheesesteak from where I grew up and always had cheesesteaks. It's ribeye steak, sweet onion, and it's Cheez Whiz. But like I said, some other places vary, and they put what's it called, provolone on there, but you can't go wrong. It's your cook, your house. So there's your cheesesteak. So thanks for visiting my channel. Can you please subscribe, hit the bell? I bring you 3 to 5 updates a week. If you want, you can find me in Facebook media page of Dansoy, or you can find me at my other cook page, Danny Franklin Amateur Cook. You're welcome there. But this is how to make a classic Philadelphia cheesesteak. Love you. Peace. Love you. Out.